G'day everybody, today I'm going to fit a quick shifter to my T5. You will get your lever assembly with your adapter, straight and Z piece, your shifter assembly, your bush that will go onto the end of the shifter assembly, bolts and washers for the lever assembly, medium tension springs that you can swap out in the shifter assembly, and 4 bolts to secure the shifter assembly. This is the instruction manual to suit the SST5 quick shifter. Please pause if you need to. First up, I'm going to remove the 4 mounting bolts that hold the stock shifter assembly to the gearbox. Next, the shifter assembly will just pop off, maybe with a bit of prying. Then this is the bush removed and the new bush. You'll want to clean the hole out really well, and the new bush will require a little bit of sanding to fit. This is the new bush fitted to the selector shaft. Next, I wanted to clean off the mating surface on the top of the gearbox for the shifter assembly, ready for some silicone. Then we'll apply a little bit of silicone to the surface. I'm planning to remove this, so I only put a little bit on, just for demonstration purposes. After this, we want to put a generous amount of bearing grease into the new bush. Next, we can fit the new shifter assembly, making sure the ball at the end of the lever shaft goes into the bush. Then I decided to fit the 4 bolts. These are 13mm bolts. So I just put them in hand tight just to get all the threads to catch. Then I went around these with the socket and extension just to snug them down by hand. Then I went around these with a ratchet just to put a bit of tension on them. You don't want to go over tight because it's just an alloy case on the gearbox. Next, we're going to set the 1mm gap between the shift lever and the shift stops. I set the top shift stop first, loosened off the bolts, had the gearbox in 3rd gear, and you're meant to do this with pressure on the gear stick into 3rd gear and bring the shift stop back 1mm from the shift lever and tighten up the 2 bolts. Then with the bottom shift stop loose and the transmission in 4th gear, you bring the shift stop back 1mm from the shift lever. You're meant to have pressure on the lever into 4th and then tighten the bolts. There should be a 1mm gap between the shift lever and shift stop when placed into gear, like this. You should use Loctite on the 4 shift stop bolts. Then we'll test 1st gear, 2nd gear, 3rd gear, 4th gear, 5th gear, and reverse. This was the quick shift SST5 from CubeSpeed. It was to fit the forward EA to EL T5s. I'll put links in the description to the shifter and CubeSpeed's website and also their YouTube channel. So thank you, like and subscribe for more. Goodbye.